Hello, in this session we are going to focus on media education and human rights and how MoJo can help both media literacy, media education and human rights. As we have seen in the previous session, the information and knowledge society is demanding new methods for processing and producing information. So we need an educational change. In the words of Tornero and Varis, humanity should govern the development of technology instead of technology governing the development of humanity. So media literacy should be accepted as a basic skill, providing the individual with the capacity to actively participate in the public sphere. That is to say, media education is the activity aimed at the acquisition of the elementary competencies regarding the media and ICTs. That is what we call media literacy. So it should not solely be taught as a specific field of knowledge, but as a systematic integration of all of them. That is to say, it should be transversal. We need to think of a gradual inclusion in media literacy in education, in the formal curriculum, in informal education, in youth center, in association, etc., etc. We need to foster greater attention into the family so that they can do media education to their kids. We need to foster a greater concern from institutions to impulse media literacy in different settings. NGOs, they say media literacy should be present all around society. And finally, we need to foster and to force media industry itself to be interested in educating the people to the media. Basically, we can find three different approaches. Traditionally, we can find three different approaches of teaching media education: the prohibition approach, the promotion approach, and the participatory approach. The prohibition approach focuses on the dangers of the media, and of course, as you can understand, exploded with the internet. It's all about dangers for kids on the internet, and it can actually lead to some kind of censorship. The promotion approach focus on the opportunity that we can get from the internet, so actively promotes the participation on the internet. And finally, the participative approach is the one that deals with open sources, open democracy, and electronic democracy. What we propose is an integrative perspective. They say trying to integrate the three of them. Of course, the participatory approach is the most diffused nowadays, but we shouldn't forget, of course, promotion, and probably not prohibition, but we need to be absolutely aware of the danger. So media education is a part of the fundamental right of each citizen. All the humans should have a chance to access the knowledge. And this is why media literacy is crucial for human rights, because of course media literacy in the information society is the key prerequisite to participate. So if we need to provide all the people with the chance to make their voice heard, we need to provide them with the skills. So, said this, it is important to stress out what is the relationship between MoJo and media literacy. What is MoJo? MoJo is simply the use of portable electronic devices to get together, produce, and disseminate news. So why MoJo can be key to media literacy? Because in order to be a MoJo, you need to master media literacy. And besides that, MoJo can be an interesting tool to teach media education, to teach media literacy in different contexts, because of course MoJo gives a chance to technically everybody to express themselves. So MoJo should be included in formal education. Why? Because educators should scatter their activity using media and about media. Why MoJo? It could be an interesting tool in formal education, because we have the two sides of MoJo. It's mobile, so it's technically something that in developed society every single user can have. It's easy, it's quick, it's easy to transfer, and it's journalism. So it's providing, in this case, the kids, it depends on the level of education, with journalism abilities. Besides that, MoJo provides the kids to enhance their creativity, to enhance their capacity to express themselves, and finally to represent themselves, to give them the chance to represent their reality that is often represented by persons who don't actually know their reality. So let's move to MoJo for the media. Why MoJo is interesting for both mainstream and independent media? Because MoJo means innovation. As we know, the media are facing a crisis of budget they have less and less money, and they're losing the audience, concretely are losing the young audience. So MoJo means innovation. What are the benefits of mobile journalism? First of all, as we said before, mobile is quick and light. MoJo provides or can offer new languages, new perspective. You can offer another view to the viewer. It brings together new languages. It's less invasive. It gives you a multifaceted storytelling. And by the end, this could be a great tool for audience engagement and to create a more and more participative audience. We know that, for example, television is losing their audience because of that, because people are not used to be passive anymore. Mobile journalism can offer this opportunity to enhance audience engagement by asking people to participate. And finally, let's see how MoJo can be used in informal education. This is the citizenship approach. Why MoJo should be enhanced in non-formal education, association, NGOs. Because MoJo, for all the reasons we mentioned before, means freedom of expression. By using a simple mobile phone that is a tool that everybody owns, you can really offer the people a unique occasion to express themselves. You can give them voice, that is to say, by the end, you can empower them. So MoJo seems the best chance for citizen journalism. What is citizen journalism? When the people formerly known as the audience employ the tools that the media would use to inform one another. This is a definition by Rosen. Another interesting definition, even more simple, is when the citizen play an active role in the process of collecting, reporting, and analyzing and disseminating news and information. This is a definition by Bauman. So that is, citizen journalism means basically offering people the chance to watch the guardians. So citizen journalism, with all the limits that we can discuss, definitely can be an enhancer of the quality of democracy. Now let's see why MoJo and what is the relationship between MoJo and human rights. As we said before, by offering the people the chance to be the guardian of the power, MoJo is the best tool, for example, to fight injustice. By simply having a mobile phone and by being able to be a MoJo, by being able to use it properly, you can fight injustice. You can observe or happen to see an injustice and you can immediately react. This is, for example, very well used against political violence. Later we will see some example. It can be a great tool, for example, for migrants, and actually it is a great tool, both for looking for information and for expressing themselves. And by the end, you can offer to the people an alternative representation of reality. There is a lot of people that are excluded from mainstream media that can have the chance to be represented. Now let's see a couple of examples. The first one is Freedom Phone. What is Freedom Phone? Freedom Phone is an example of an alternative way of doing journalism. This is a technology created in Zimbabwe that offers the people that have no connection to the internet to simply inform one another by using mobile technology. The following example is Coletivo Paporeto. Coletivo Paporeto is a great example in Brazil where a group of communicators, a group of journalists started providing mobile phone to people living in the favela in order to protect themselves from policial violence, and this resulted as a great tool. People started really empowering themselves and working a lot in this, and actually by the end many of these videos were actually used in trial against policial brutality. And the last example we can show, even if there is a lot of them, is the Jungle Calais. This is a project by Amnesty International where through mobile journalists they can actually testify and show the people the reality of one of the worst internship camps, that is Calais in France.